Hello and welcome. I'm Rish, co-founder and CEO of SuperWorld, a virtual world in augmented reality where creativity and entrepreneurship come together on one decentralized platform. From the Empire State Building to the Sydney Opera House to some of the more obscure places on Earth, in SuperWorld, our world is yours. Yours to buy, yours to sell, yours to create, and yours to explore. SuperWorld is mapped on top of the real world to create over 64 billion unique plots of land, with each plot measuring roughly 100 meters by 100 meters of real-world space. To give you an idea, one plot of SuperWorld AR real estate is about the size of Yankee Stadium. Ready to get started? Find land to cultivate for its strategic real estate location as a digital asset or that holds sentimental value for you. Buying and selling virtual real estate in SuperWorld is easy, as all transactions take place securely on the Ethereum blockchain, and every plot of land is represented by a non-fungible token on the ERC 721 standard. Personalize your world in AR through interactive 3D objects, animation, photos, videos, and text to truly make a world of your own. Ready to find your peace on Earth? Join us in SuperWorld.
Hello, everybody. My name is Marta, and today, together with our CEO and co-founder Rish, we're going to introduce you to SuperWorld, as well as we're going today to discuss how you can use our feature worlds to create your own world with immersive technologies, Web3 and AI. So yeah, I'm super excited today to talk about our latest feature. We already have lots of amazing creators on our platform sharing their experiences with worlds. So yeah, I'm very excited, and potentially you, Rish, also are looking forward to this session.
Yeah, for sure. It's Worlds is a feature that we've really been talking about for a long time, and since we've launched it, we've really gotten great traction. And the thing I love about it is people just understand it. It makes sense. The ability to have your own map of the world, right? So if I say, hey, Marta, I'm going to go on a trip to Poland and you're from Poland, you could say, Rish, just check out my world. And I can click, and now I can go check out Poland, and you've enabled me to, understand Poland through your life or your eyes, or things that you want me to do and experience and maybe buy or interact with there, right? And people just really get that intuitively. So it's been really great to be able to tell the story of worlds and how that works and go into it. And the other really cool thing that people get is if I go on that trip to Poland and I'm like, Marta, thanks so much for telling me about this museum or this restaurant or your business, whatever it is, right? I can now pull that into my world. And now when someone asks me, because they know I went to Poland, they check out my world and they discover the content that I discovered in your world. So people really understand, those two facets and other facets of worlds, and really excited tonight to go into worlds, kind of show off more about what's possible. And this is really the keystone for SuperWorld in terms of how we're going to be scaling with brands creating worlds and users creating worlds, and unlimited filters of monetization, real world locations from worlds.
Yeah, okay. So just for today's session, here is also a quick recap of what you can expect. So first, we're going to talk about SuperWorld, also about Rish's background. We're going to give you a demo of our platform. We will also share with you our special offers, including the offer of the week. Later, we're going to move forward to the topic of the week, which today are worlds and how how are they also relevant with the latest technologies. And yeah, in the end, we're going to have a Q&A. I already saw some questions popping up in our chat. So we'll definitely answer these questions. And if you have anything else that comes to your mind during the session, please share it with us. Ask us questions, say hello. And yeah, let's also create an interactive environment today so that we can all experience this session yeah, as a part of SuperWorld. And yeah, throughout the session, you will also see there's a QR code on the top left right corner on the screen. There you can scan it and you will have access to all the relevant links from today's session, also including the offers. And yeah, I think that there's no need to explain any further. And I will ask you, Rish, to now give us a little bit of background of what you have done and what led you to create SuperWorld.
Sure. So for anyone I haven't met in the community, just wanted to introduce myself and talk about, what kind of led to the founding of SuperWorld. So in terms of my background, kind of, taken, had experience kind of that's taken me across a variety of industries. So I started off in management consulting, ended up working on Wall Street in New York. I was at UBS and HSBC. Started off in real estate, investment banking of all places, physical real estate. As many of you know, we do virtual real estate. So, but I come from a physical real estate background, did mergers and acquisitions and coverage investment banking at HSBC. And then after that was in venture capital, working at Spencer Trask Ventures. Worked for an amazing investor named Adam Stern. He's one of my best friends. And he actually is also an investor in SuperWorld, but learned a lot from him about investing in early stage and really, really loved venture capital in that experience. Had an idea to go to Eastern Europe back in 2009 to start a venture capital fund. Ended up going out there to Ukraine, Russia, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, and Moldova in 2009. Ended up being able to start a venture capital fund by about 2011. So it took me about a year and a half with a couple of partners. The fund was called East Labs, early stage investing in tech. We invested in a company called Preply, which is pretty well known, which is now the largest online tutoring marketplace in the world. After that, I was an early employee at TopTal, which is a talent marketplace backed by Andreessen Horowitz. I was the first biz dev at TopTal. So learned a lot about how to grow and scale a platform, how to be scrappy and experimental. Very, very useful experience to be part of a rocket ship like TopTal. And then previous to SuperWorld, I started Rogue Initiative Studios, which is a film, television, gaming, and virtual reality studio in Los Angeles. My co-founder produced Call of Duty, Modern Warfare series, and Ghosts. And my production partner there is Michael Bay, the action director. In a Rogue Initiative, what we do is we build franchises: film, television, gaming, virtual reality, all the way to amusement park rides and toys. And what I learned from that experience is a Michael Bay movie like Transformers and a Call of Duty game, as an example, are really the same thing. They're built in an engine, Unreal Engine, Unity Engine. You can build almost anything you want in an engine. And what happened was about 8 years ago, there was this game called Pokemon Go that a lot of us know that came out. People were running around looking for Pokemon. And I got together with my co-founder, Max Woon. And Max and I know each other because we spent some time working together on the YouTube platform. So that's how we met. And he and I met and we saw what happened with Pokemon. And we thought, you know what? Why does it have to be Pokemon? In other words, how could we enable anyone to be able to utilize tools to create, discover, and monetize anything, anywhere in real world locations? So in other words, how could we give people the power to start a virtual world and create a virtual world on top of the real world? And that was the vision that created SuperWorld, which we'll go into.
Yeah, so please explain us what is SuperWorld?
So SuperWorld is a virtual world covering Earth. I have a world, you have a world, brands have worlds. first of all, anyone can create, discover, and monetize anything anywhere in real world locations. So any type of content, 3D, 2D, audio, AR, VR, you can create and discover any type of content anywhere on Earth. And you can monetize as well that content, right? So through events, digital commerce, e-commerce, advertising, lots of different ways to monetize. And we're building more and more ways to do that, including digital twins, which we just launched. But the idea is anyone can create anything anywhere. So there's an unlimited number of filters on the world. And then we divided Earth into 64 billion properties, 0.01, 0.01, longitude, latitude, about 100 meter by 100 meter properties covering Earth. Each one's a geospatial media asset. And each one's about, I think, about $80 in today's prices. And if you buy one, you are a stakeholder in that location. And what that means is you can activate monetization from advertising, e-commerce, digital commerce, data, analytics, gaming, DeFi in that location. And you benefit from all of the worlds that are created there, right? So you become a stakeholder in that location. And the whole purpose of SuperWorld, the vision is, how do we build a virtual world that actually enhances your real life, your physical life? And then ultimately, can we build a decentralized virtual world that improves Earth and enhances humanity? That's our vision of SuperWorld. I always say the world needs SuperWorld. It's like the world needs Superman, the world needs SuperWorld. So this is a vision and mission that we have, and we're very excited about it. So excited to tell you more about our new future worlds and how you can participate.
Yeah, so after giving us the overview, I think it would be a great idea to also now give our audience a quick demo of our platform and show them what they can do in SuperWorld.
Yeah, so let me give you a kind of a walkthrough of SuperWorld. So I'm going to start by showing you the SuperWorld map, okay? So if you start on the property map here, in SuperWorld, you can, again, connect your wallet, and then you can start looking at real world locations on the map, right? So you can kind of zoom in, okay? I'm zooming into New York City. Everything in blue there, that's been purchased already. So we're looking at the virtual real estate marketplace. See all those numbers? Those are the numbers of properties purchased in those locations. So you'll see, properties are literally being purchased all over the world, okay? But we'll just zoom in on New York City. If I zoom in here, anything in blue has already been purchased. So if I click on blue, you'll notice it says make an offer, right? So it wants you to, if you want that location, you have to make an offer to buy that location. Anything that's not colored, so if I click on here somewhere, you can buy this location, and it's available for 100 Matic, which is about $73. And then anything that you see in orange on the map has been repriced. So if I zoom in here on the map at this property, this has been repriced to $137,000. This one's $131,000. So once you buy property, you can reprice it to whatever you want. And then again, if you buy property, you become a stakeholder at that location, and you can activate monetization from a variety of ways: e-commerce, digital commerce, data, gaming, analytics, DeFi in that location. And the worlds that we're going to talk about today all layer in on that location as well. So monetization that occurs there can occur across worlds. So that's what being a stakeholder is about. I'm going to show you an example of one of the first worlds that launched on SuperWorld. This is Sports Illustrated's world. So if I click here on the map, on Madison Square Garden, there's the Knicks games versus the Denver Nuggets game. And so if I buy tickets to this game, but let's say Marta owns the virtual real estate in this location, then she receives 20% of that ticket sale, right? And so she's able to monetize from tickets that are being sold on the Sports Illustrated world filter. And this is a real event. And by owning virtual real estate, now she benefits from this monetization and other monetization that would occur at this location. So you can become a stakeholder in different places on Earth and benefit from monetization in those places, right? And so that's the idea of how we've built worlds, and how we've built virtual real estate. Now we're going to go into this feature called Worlds, which we just launched. And if you click Worlds, this is kind of a compendium of all the worlds that are available. But I'm going to click on Choices World, which is one of our partners, Choice LGBTQIA, and they did a festival in Milan maybe about a month ago. And so they have a lot of content in Milan that they've placed all over the map. And you can zoom out and you can see content that they've placed in other parts of the world too. So it's not just in Milan. I'm going to zoom in, for example, here, see if they have anything. Oh, here's some more stuff in Amsterdam. But the idea is, if you create a world, you have your own map of the world and you can add content anywhere. And then just one more thing I can show you is that you can add different types of content, right? So it doesn't just have to be photos or videos. It can be AR content. It could be VR content. It could be digital twins. So I'll just show you some examples of some of that. So, you just kind of zoom in here and you can see content where you can kind of see 3D spaces. You can kind of walk into those spaces. This is like an eco capsule. Right? So you can add content in 3D in real world locations.
See, so now, so if you go to the side, it's gonna look like a big spiral. Yeah, see?
So any type of content anywhere. I'll show you another example of a car. Like if you want to sell a car as an example, you could upload that car in 3D onto the map, and then someone can click on it. And then, they can zoom in on it. And, I'm giving you an example of a car, but it could be a piece of furniture. It could be an artwork. It could literally be anything. You can upload it here and then you can click on it. And then you can go into another 3D kind of view and you can see it a little bit up close, right? So point is you can view 3D content in real world locations, and then you can go inside of it. Now, we just launched a feature called Digital Twins, where now you can build a 3D replica of a real world location. So this is a hotel that I'm going to show you here. And you can literally like walk.
Looks amazing.
Yeah. You can literally walk.
It looks really great.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing. So you can make a digital twin of your office. You can make a digital twin of a gallery, a museum. You can even make a digital twin of an outdoor space. So if you want someone to see like maybe a conference that you're hosting and want to get, or, like some kind of vacation, whatever, you can indoor, outdoor, you can create digital twins of locations and people can see them and walk around in them.
Perfect. Thanks, Rish. And also in the meantime, Kelly, I see your question and I saved it for our Q&A session later. Also, hello from Poland. Dzień dobry. And so just also I'm saying also hi to Kisa TV in the meantime and Victor. So thank you guys for sharing all your thoughts and questions. As I said, they will be answered in Q&A later. And moving forward with our session, and now we will have a quick announcement of our weekly offers.
Yeah, so every week we have an offer where we highlight a place in the world. This week we're highlighting the Philippines. So if you've never been to the Philippines or you're in the Philippines all the time and you love it and it's your favorite place, this is a great week to buy virtual real estate in the Philippines. We have an offer this week in the Philippines. Buy 2 properties anywhere in the Philippines and get a bonus plot of virtual real estate anywhere in the world for free. So if you love the Philippines, there's so many places there, so many beach spots. Manila is a wonderful place as well. A lot of action, a lot of stuff going on there. So if you haven't been there and you want to have exposure to the Philippines, come over to SuperWorld and buy virtual real estate in the Philippines this week. And as always, we have our diplomat offer. So diplomats are SuperWorld super citizens that own at least 5 plots of SuperWorld. And this offer enables you to automatically become a diplomat. You just come over, buy 5 plots of land anywhere in the world, and you'll get 5 plots anywhere in the world for free. So it's a really great way to jump on board, become a diplomat. And diplomats are able to participate in our brainstorming calls, or have access to different events that we're doing. And we also want to highlight diplomats, what the work that they're doing. We're going to also, be able to partner with diplomats in a variety of ways. And they also serve as evangelists for SuperWorld because they understand how SuperWorld works. And they're also able to benefit from our affiliate programs, where they can earn commissions from bringing customers to SuperWorld as well. So diplomats have a lot of advantages. So if you haven't bought virtual real estate, this is a really great way to get into SuperWorld, is become a diplomat and take advantage of the diplomat offer.
The next part of our session will be the topic of the week. So now we're going to discuss how you can create your own world with immersive tech, Web3, and AI. We already talked a bit about what are worlds, but I think it would be a great idea if you dive a little bit deeper into the possibilities and just evaluate even deeper this amazing feature that allows people to express themselves and exchange experiences.
Great. Yeah. So worlds is basically a way for any user to create their own curated map of the world. So, if you think about how social media works right now, you go to a profile and you typically have some kind of news feed of videos, right? And you can look at feeds and you can look at videos, or you can go to someone's profile and they'll have a whole grid of different content, photos and videos. Now, the thing that makes worlds very interesting is what we're envisioning is, because we're SuperWorld and we're virtual world on top of the real world, how could you take that same framework of people making content, but organize it in a way where people can learn and find and discover your content in real world locations? So that way, if I go to a location, I can see content that you've made there. And some of that content might point me to something that I should be interested in or I should be interacting with. And so you have the ability to create your own curated world on top of the real world. And then my activity in your world, my interactions with your content, maybe I'm buying things, maybe I'm making a table reservation at a restaurant, maybe I'm, going inside of a digital twin and, buying something from a store. Maybe I'm booking a hotel room, you name it. The idea is we want to build worlds in a way that my activity inside your world benefits you, right? So you actually monetize from my activity in your world. That's what we're building. So that's the vision of what we're building in worlds. Right now, you can currently monetize through events, digital commerce, and e-commerce through digital twins. And I showed you some of how that works a little bit ago in terms of digital twins. Digital commerce also can occur through NFTs, so you can sell digital assets in real world locations. But that's what worlds is all about. And like I said, if I go to your world and I find something I love or find some information that I really think is amazing, I can repost it into my world. And so then the next person who says, "Hey, Rish, I just heard you traveled to Miami or wherever, and how was it? I can say, oh, just check out my world. I found a lot of cool things. And then they can go into your world. Now, if you tried to do the same thing with Instagram as an example, or TikTok, it's hard to figure out what's going on, right? I can't be like, hey, so you just went on a trip. What should I do? And there's like a video, like, right, of like all the stuff you did, but it's not really pointing me in any direction. So that is exactly what the promise and the value of what we're building with Worlds is. And the beauty of it is, remember, you jump inside of it too. It's not just a map. I'm showing you on a map on a computer screen right now. But if you're in the location, you can pull out your phone and you can see that content in AR. And so it's very accessible. It's browser based. You can send people links. So Worlds has a lot there to it.
So yeah, we already gave a quick demo of our platform, but I think it would be also a great opportunity to share the screen again and show people how easy it is to actually upload content into SuperWorld, and also share how they can also use other Worlds features, such as sharing your experiences, or like sharing other people's experiences in your world. So yeah, now we're going to show you guys how easy it is to actually upload content in Worlds.
Yeah. So basically, once you get to Worlds, you click on the Worlds button, and there should be a button here that appears. And I already have a world, so there's no button. But when you go to Worlds for the first time, there'll be a button here that says Create Your World. So I'd love for you to all try this right now. If you're watching at home, go to SuperWorld, sign in, and then click on Worlds and go to Create Your World. Okay. So, you can follow along. Everything else is really easy, but go to superworldapp.com, click enter or click start, sign in, and then you'll see the button that says Create Your World. Go and do that. And then once I've created a world, I'll have my own map of the world, right? And then what I can do, and I'll go into my world here really quick. Okay. So I'm in, it's just in South Florida. And so I just uploaded some content down there. But what you do is you just click create. And the create button allows you to do a variety of things in SuperWorld. And we're going to add a few more things that you can do in SuperWorld. So this is kind of the centerpiece of creating content. So first of all, if you have not created a business profile, highly recommend you create a business profile. Everyone has a user profile. So I'm going to go in there just so you can see how that works. So you can see a user profile. We call this our metaverse profile, and we're actually in the middle of upgrading this. So this is going to launch again very soon, but the metaverse profile shows off your physical life and your virtual life, all your social media, virtual real estate, collectibles, posts, worlds, all kinds of stuff. But if you have not created a business profile, you'll see a button here that says Create Business Profile. So you can go there and do that. But once you've created a world, your world will show up underneath your name here and underneath your photo. So you see my world. It's called Rish World. So, and then it zooms in to the location where you want the world to start. In my case, I wanted it to start in Miami. And then to create content, I just go here. And it's really easy. So I can just upload content, okay? Here, really easy. I can, if I want to upload a YouTube link, I can just say post a link. I just add a cover image or thumbnail, and then I can post a link. I can build a digital twin, okay? Or I can create an event. So we have, literally 5 things right now you can do, and we have a few more features coming to Worlds. But what I'd love for you to do is I'd love for you all to go in and get in and create a world. And then what I want you guys to do is start posting content to your world and then let us know what you want to do in your world, right? Because we just launched digital twins. We're launching a business loyalty program using digital assets very soon. So we're enabling businesses to come in, create a world, and add value for their customers.
Also, it's an important detail to add. When Rish was showing you all the different types of things that you can upload to SuperWorld, there were also different numbers there. So also for any kind of activity that you have in SuperWorld, you get rewarded with SWX, for like which later you can also convert into, you can use as a currency to purchase real estate in SuperWorld.
That's right. So SWX is our currency. And, as Marta was saying, every one of those had a plus certain number SWX. And what we're enabling you to do is to earn SWX for everything that you do in SuperWorld. And then what we're enabling is that SWX to be used within SuperWorld for a variety of things. So number one, you could buy virtual real estate. We're also opening that up to buy business profiles. So you can get a business profile using SWX, as well as engagement with brands. So any brands that are creating worlds, we'll be creating partnerships with them so they can use SWX or give you SWX for activating experiences within those branded worlds.
And also it's important to mention SI Tickets, our first world in SuperWorld.
Yeah, I showed that off. So SI Tickets has an amazing world. They have 250,000 events all over the world. So you can come into SuperWorld and buy tickets to live concerts, sports, and theater events, literally all over the world. So from the F1 to the Super Bowl to basketball, the NBA, to football, whatever you want. Theater, Broadway. So we enable you to buy tickets to events. And then as a user, you can also create live and virtual events using that same interface. You go to create an event, it'll go onto Sports Illustrated's website, but it'll also appear in SuperWorld. So you can come over to SuperWorld and create events, live or virtual events, and you can sell tickets on Sports Illustrated's website.
And also, speaking of one of also the people that are watching us, Altered Ali, he has created an amazing treasure hunt using worlds and also other metaverse platforms.
Yeah, he's got an amazing global treasure hunt in SuperWorld. So you can check out Altered Ali's world and literally go around the world finding the clues that he left. And so you can do that in AR. So if you're in those locations, you can see them. And then you can also look on the map interface and see where this content is. But I think a lot of them, you have to be in the location to do it too.
But also the locations are all over the world. I'm based in Berlin, and apparently there are also some places in Berlin that are involved in the treasure hunt. So yeah, hopefully guys, you will be also able to participate. Also, it's very easy to find Altered Ali's world. It's one of the highlighted worlds. So I think it's a really fun experience, and everybody is welcome to participate as far as I know. And if you guys want to also know more about this challenge, just get in touch with Altered Ali. He's also commenting here on YouTube. So just great guy. We love working with him. And
you can get in touch with him. Just join SuperWorld, create a world, and on the user profile we have messaging now, so you can just send him a message within SuperWorld, and best way to get in touch with Altered Ali, and then you'd be able to engage directly with his world too.
Wonderful. And we already kind of discussed it before, because of course worlds are to be used by anybody for whatever they want. But also you already saw with some examples earlier, you can use it to create a treasure hunt, or to publish your events. We also have Green Zone, that are an amazing project that are also using worlds for their own social impact initiatives or choice by giving the visibility to the minorities. So whatever you think that is important for you in your life, that you would like people to be more aware of and just give it more visibility, this is exactly the thing that you could use worlds for. And also, yeah, now we also have a little bit of, let's say, details.
Yeah. So, again, at SuperWorld, we comprise a few different technologies. So we're going to quickly kind of just jump through these. So we have immersive tech, which means that you can add content in AR, VR. You can put a digital twin of a building in there. So the idea is this immersive technology allows you to, enhance your ability to visualize, to learn, to do training for entertainment and gaming, for collaboration. Apple's releasing their Apple Vision Pro very soon. And I think the world is going to really understand the power of spatial computing and immersive technology. And all of this is really a big part of SuperWorld. Again, we're built on Apple's technology, Google's technology, Meta's technology, Niantic's technology. So we're cross-platform. So anything that you see in SuperWorld is really able to be viewed and visualized across all of those platforms and with all those tools. So you can add VR content to a location just by adding a link. You can add AR content. It's all browser based, and immersive tech is a big part of it. Web3 now enables people to become stakeholders. And so not only can you sell digital assets, which allows you to authenticate anything that you're creating and selling, but it also allows you to become a stakeholder in real world locations. So the virtual real estate is also structured as NFTs and digital assets. And this really enables all of us to be part of this ecosystem. It increases automation and efficiency. It allows us to have a lot more improved decision-making and insights. And so we're going to launch a business loyalty program too for businesses that create worlds. And that's a really big part of that as well, as you can get to know your customers and have improved decision-making around, how you reward them. And then AI, we've really seen that artificial intelligence over the last year has really given us so much, potential and the ability to create content, to generate information, to learn context about our environments. And SuperWorld is really embracing generative AI. So you're going to see more and more generative AI integrations with ChatGPT and other tools to get to know the context of your surroundings, as well as using tools to generate 3D content in real world locations. But to be honest, a lot of this stuff that generative AI powers, you can use it and input it into SuperWorld as well already, just as a link. Again, we're browser based, so we want to make it really easy for you to get any tools that you're using into SuperWorld. So if you're using generative AI tools already to scan 3D objects and upload them, you can use that in SuperWorld. Just use that tool, scan a 3D object, turn it into a GLB file, and upload it to SuperWorld. So again, generative AI is going to be huge for us, and we're very excited about continuing to integrate.
Yeah, okay, so this was the summary. This was the end of the part of the session where we introduce you to worlds and discuss all the potential of this feature. We're going to quickly run through the offers again for the people that joined us a little later.
So this week's offer is Philippines. We're highlighting the country of the Philippines this week. So the offer is buy 2 plots of virtual real estate in Philippines and get 1 free. And so if you love the Philippines, it's a great week to buy in the Philippines. Obviously, you can get real estate anywhere in the world. But in the Philippines, we have this offer, buy two, get one in the Philippines this week. And our diplomat offer, which is buy 5 plots of virtual real estate and get 5 anywhere in the world for free. If you are a diplomat, you have a variety of different benefits with SuperWorld. You're an evangelist. You get participate in our diplomat calls, brainstorming sessions. We'll partner with you. We want to recognize what you're doing in the world. And this is a really easy way to become a diplomat. So take advantage of the diplomat offer if you've not yet started your journey into virtual real estate in SuperWorld.
Okay, yeah, so we have reached the end of the session. So yeah, let's quickly recap what we discussed today, and then we're going to follow into the comment section with the questions.
Yeah, so I think that
yeah.
the biggest thing that we talked about today is Worlds. Worlds enables you to create your own virtual filter of the world, your own curated world, if you will. And what that means is you can, enable people to discover the world through your eyes, right? So if I'm going to visit a city, I can say, hey, Marta, what can I, what do you think I should do? And you can just say, hey, just Rish, just check out my world. And I can click on a link, and now I get this curated map of the world. The benefit being, as I interact in that map, you monetize. So we want to create ways for you to monetize in your world, either through virtual real estate or digital commerce or e-commerce or other monetization. And so you want to share your world. And by the way, if I'm like, wow, Marta gave me such great advice when I visited, Poland, and now I'm going to go to Berlin, which is where she's based now, I might not even ask her about, checking out her world again, because I already have her world. I'm just going to go to Berlin in her world, and I'm going to see all the amazing advice that she has, right? Or if I'm a fan of Choices Group, or if I'm a member of another community, I want to see what they want me to see in their world, right? And so the ability for Worlds is to enable you to have a very curated experience of the real world based on brands that you follow, based on influencers that you love. And they have a way of adding this content into real world locations. And if I like that content, I could bring it into my world, and I could monetize as well.
Okay, so thanks, Rish, for the recap, for the summary. Let's get started with the questions now. Kisa TV shared 2 questions, so I'm going to first just pick his questions. How does SuperWorld accommodate the creation of virtual graveyards or memorials within its platform?
Well, in SuperWorld, you can create any type of content. So Kisa TV, you can create a world, and if you want to, create a memorial or as you said, a virtual graveyard for someone, you can, in your world, upload content in that location. The content can be anything. It could be 3D, it could be photos, videos, it could be a digital twin, like I showed you. Literally any type of content is available, and you would just upload it in a world, just as I showed you, or you can add a link as well. Let's say you have a memorial or something, or some kind of newspaper article about something, you can upload that as a link.
And also there is a follow-up question to that. Are there any specific guidelines or policies in SuperWorld regarding virtual graveyards, especially concerning respect, privacy, and cultural sensitivity?
Again, just as any type of content in your world, you can upload content. We have certain terms and conditions, but that are more kind of community based. But yeah, I think the best thing to do is come over to SuperWorld, create a world, and start uploading content in those locations. And if there's any issues with your content, you'll get a message about that, and we'll be able to kind of deal with that specifically. But overall, in your world, it's your world. You can make content public, you can make content private. So yeah, definitely want to respect and keep things private. Totally can do that, and want to maintain cultural sensitivity. So it's in your world. You can kind of maintain that environment.
Now there's a question from Kelly. First of all, a couple of compliments. She loves that, right? We're happy to see that. So do you think it's possible with SuperWorld to manage natural assets, thinking about some interaction between stakeholders like people in the forest and investors?
Yeah, I mean, we have a world that's in the Amazon. It's called Meta Amazonia. They created a world, and they're doing a lot to save the Amazon rainforest. So they have started creating content there. Interaction between stakeholders, definitely people who create worlds or people that interact in a world can message each other. You just mentioned that you can write altered alley in Superworld. So if you're a stakeholder, or if you're a user in Superworld, you can message those that have created worlds and message them. So yeah, definitely want interaction between stakeholders and those that live in a forest, as your example stated.
And also, it is not a question, but I still want to highlight because Soundrig is interested in having a collaboration with us. So I just wanted to highlight that we're always open to collaborating with creative people, with communities, and totally you can reach out to us and yeah, let's create something cool together.
Yeah, definitely. Soundrig. I think the best way to start is come over to Superworld and create a Soundrig world and get in touch with us. And we'd love to promote you. Love to see how we can, partner in that world, promote your world, add monetization to that world based on what you guys are trying to build. Ultimately, our idea around worlds is there's going to be, certain features that everyone wants in worlds. And then there might be worlds that are more customized based on a brand wanting certain features or the world working in certain ways. And we're happy to collaborate and figure out the best way to do that.
And Altered Ali has a question. Is SuperWorld doing anything for SXSW? I'm putting something together using SuperWorld.
Yeah, South by Southwest. Yeah, the beauty of SuperWorld is we have events happening all over the world every week. I mean, this week we're highlighting the Philippines because there's an event in Manila. And the events that are happening like South by and others are huge events. So we'll always have things going on, and we'll likely have something in Superworld's curated world, but would love to see how we can partner with you in your world, Altered Alley, at South by.
Okay, yeah, so thank you guys for all these amazing questions. We're very excited that you guys are excited about what we are creating in Superworld. We're all building this together, and any kind of ideas and beautiful creations that you share in Superworld, it's just for us, a sign that we are in fact building Superworld together. So yeah, thank you for being with us. Share the message, invite your friends, and let's make Superworld known to more other creative, wonderful people, and let's grow our community. And I think that with these words, I am going to close today's session. It was amazing talking to you guys today.
Yeah, thanks so much. We always love your support. Come in there and create a world. Heath, it's great to see you. Love what you're doing with your wedding world. And let's talk more about that. But again, really excited for everyone to go out, create a world. Let us know what you want us to build in worlds, how we can improve worlds. But the real excitement that we have here is that people are understanding how this feature is going to be transformative for their business, for their personal life, for their sports teams, for, vacations they go on. It's really amazing. So excited for you all to jump in and create a world and then give us your feedback. And thanks again.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So yeah, thank you everybody. Have a great evening, day, wherever you are, and we'll see you again next week.
Okay, guys, thank you. Thanks, Green.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Soundrig. Kisa TV, Kelly. Thank you, everyone. Bye.